Going on, guys? Dre knows, back at it again, bringing you guys another video. So obviously, for those who don't know, the Madden beta just ended last week. I know I'm kind of late to the game right now as far as like this video, but I figured I'd still like to go ahead and make this video and just give my thoughts on the beta and what like as far as like what to expect for the upcoming Madden 27. Obviously, you kind of want to take it with a grain of salt, because I'll be honest, I didn't get to play as much as I would have liked, but just I'm forming my opinions based off my experience and then also just what I've been seeing around the community. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. And also, before we get started, shout out Eric Rayweather. This is his video on YouTube. Want to go ahead and give him all the credit in the world, and I'll link it somewhere down below if you guys want to see the original video. I just figured I'd just use this as just kind of background video there. So I went ahead and actually recorded notes, or put notes on my phone as far as like what I thought of the beta. So the first thing is macros. Obviously that's going to be a big game changer. I wish I would have gotten to experiment it, with it a little bit more, but I think it's a great way for you to, make adjustments and really keep up, especially, I want to say one of the things that kind of drove me off Madden 26 was the constant just quick snapping, quick hiking when you're on offense. It just made it really tough to play defense. So I think with having the macros and being able to have those adjustments are kind of built in, I think that's going to be great for the game. So I was a big fan of that. And, they weren't kidding, when EA said that they overhauled the entire defense side of the ball. Like it definitely does feel a little bit different for sure. And I'm really excited because I think, defensive Madden, I think we're due, because the last couple of years of defensive Madden have not been it. So I thought that was great. On top of that, the save coaching adjustments, oh my gosh, just being able to save those adjustments and not have to worry about it, I think that's going to be great as far as, especially for like quality of life and long term in the game. Maybe at first when you're first playing, making the adjustments doesn't seem not that bad, but then after about like your 1000th game playing on Madden, it can get kind of tedious. So big W there. Movement. So this is kind of something that I saw a lot of complaints about, and I have to agree. The movement just feels just super slow. It reminds me of a lot of, what the movement was like back whenever, I think it was Madden. I think it was the first next gen Madden. I think it might have been 22. No, I think it might have been 21. Whenever they, started off on the old gen and then they switched it to next gen. I think it was in like December or something like that. And it just felt just super slow. It just felt like you were in quicksand. I hope they find a way to kind of fix that, just because I feel like the last couple of years of Madden, it's felt very similar. It just feels like, guys that, have 99 speed, it doesn't really feel like it. So that's something that I noticed, and that's what, that's kind of a lot of the complaints within the community as well. So there's that. The run game, oh my god, the run game was super OP, and I was starting to get kind of the World War II flashbacks of Madden 20. I wouldn't want to experience that either, to be honest, but I think having a good balance between the run and pass, I think is going to be great. But let's just hope the run game isn't as OP as it was in the beta, because if it is, oh my gosh, just imagine what a guy like Eric Dickerson's gonna do when he gets in the game. So there's that. And then lastly, probably just one thing, again, super short video, just because I felt like I didn't get a chance to play the beta, for hours on end. I'm just giving kind of, again, just my initial thoughts and opinions. Cross manning, I think that is going to be great for the game, especially when it comes to playing defenses on, the crossers. Everyone's favorite route is the crossers, right? Especially out of like trips tight end or bunch. So being able to cross man out of, you're from your nickel back or from like a slot corner, I think that's going to be great. It's going to make defense more interesting, and I think overall, like, just with the adjustments, just from what I've seen, like, I think it's great. I'm really excited to potentially have actual defense for once. There's a lot more that that I've read up on from the community. I didn't get to experience it as much, because truth be told, I think I only played like maybe for one consistent day. I didn't get to play the full 3 days worth, but figured I'd at least give my thoughts based off of my experience, and then what I've been seeing everyone else online. So that's what we're looking at. And shout out to the guys that kept commenting on my first video back, saying that like I'm an EA shill, basically saying that I get paid by EA. Man, listen, I wish I would, because if I did get paid by EA, man, I'd be making videos glazing all like crazy. But anyways, that's besides the point. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, though. We're right around the corner. I'm excited for, the upcoming, college football and Madden games coming out here soon. So if you guys are enjoying the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Go ahead and check me out on TikTok as well. Go ahead and check that out. And then also follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/DreNosTV. We're going to try to hit this season heavy, between college football and Madden. So with that being said, guys, greatly appreciate you guys coming through, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.